All right, before we get started tonight, we lost a few more longtime residents here. Just if we could have a moment of silence for Ronnie Hamilton, Sandy Cadell, Rich Bond. All right, thank you. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Aaron,
Present.
Jacob,
Here.
Jason,
Here.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie. Here.
Approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second.
Any comments? Roll call, please.
Aaron,
Yes.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie.
Yes,
Approval of the consent agenda.
I just gave a handout to Jackie just to correct a name on there. Janet would be Jeanette Banks.
Is that your motion?
No, I'm just telling you what I did. So we make the motion. I guess we can approve it with that correction.
Second.
Any public comment? Roll call, please.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie.
Yes,
Aaron,
Yes.
First item's wastewater monitoring manhole. Elizabeth was here at the workshop, kind of gave us all the spiel on what was going on there. We just need a motion to start the bidding process.
I'll make a motion to move forward with the bidding process.
Second.
Any public comment? Roll call, please.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie.
yes,
Aaron,
Yes.
Jacob.
Yes.
Next item, you guys tabled it from last month, the city motors salvage license. I did visit with a representative today. They do have a few more cars they're planning on getting behind the fence, but I think all you probably drove by. What do you want to do?
Can they get them all back in the next 30? We'll give you,
I think at the last meeting you gave him 60 days.
At the last meeting, I was ready to just give it to them, and they didn't have it done yet, so somebody questioned it, so we held off. So if they're not done yet, then no, we need to hold off. It needs to get finished.
30 days, is that acceptable? Is that your motion, Aaron? 30
Yes.
days?
Make a motion. We need to get it cleaned up within 30 days.
second,
Any public comment? Roll call, please.
Victor,
yes,
Jackie,
yes,
Aaron,
Yes.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jason.
Yes.
Next item, Dave Huey, Fire Department.
hello Dave.
Good evening. Just back up here for you guys to vote on 2 new members that we have coming in. And then the pay scale that we talked about at the workshop. And then just remind you again about the volunteer department, the LoSAP program, that the information I gave you.
All right, let's start with item 1. 2 new members, Patrick and Taya.
I think we
Make
had
a
to do
motion
them
to
last.
accept.
Did we have to do it separate last time?
I think we can do them both, but go ahead. Patrick,
Make a motion to approve Patrick Knudsen.
Second.
any public comment? Roll call, please.
Jackie,
yes,
Aaron,
Yes.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes,
Taya,
Make a motion for Ty Bryson.
public comment? Roll call, please.
Aaron,
Yes.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
yes,
Jackie.
yes,
Dave's presented you with the pay scales at the last couple workshops. I think we all had our questions answered. What's the council want to do?
make a motion to accept the pay scales as he presented them to us.
Second.
Any public comment? Roll call, please.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jason,
No.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Last item, volunteer fire department retirement program. We kind of touched bases on that. What's the council want to do there?
Oh, I'd like to table it till we review it again. Is that all right with you, Dave?
Yeah, we have to find a little bit more information out for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make a motion to table it till we get more information from Mr. Huey.
Second.
Any public comment? Roll call, please.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie,
Yes.
Aaron,
Yes.
Jacob.
Yes. Dave, just real quick, if you have any questions that you need help with, I've set up a few of those in other places if you have any questions on how that thing works.
Can you hang out there a minute, Dave? The next item is just assignments and updates. We're just questioning why the fire department didn't receive that SAFER grant. They always did in the past. Do you have any information there, Clint?
Yeah, I do. I spoke with Phil about it, and they received, well, I guess you might know all this stuff. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'll do it for the benefit of the public. The fire department received a letter saying that they were no longer recognized as a volunteer fire department by the Iowa West Foundation, who has a program that all the volunteer departments in Pottawatomie County can participate in. They can buy equipment and, you know, PPE, things like that, and it contributes about $10,000 a year. And my experience has been, they didn't give them a lot of reasons, other than they said they no longer met their definition of a volunteer fire department. And from what I understand, talking with Phil, I know of similar arrangements that are in place in Lewis Township that does receive the grant also. And then I'm also aware of nearly every department has some kind of pay per call, pay structure now. I don't know about Minden, but I think every other fire department has something now. So
We've had paid personnel and we've had pay per call for years, and they've received this grant. It all came up as a surprise. So, I mean, how do you recommend Dave and their department to move forward here?
Phil and I are working on a letter to start lack of a better word, pushing back on that definition a little bit, requesting some more information about how they define that, and providing them with other examples of similar operations receiving the grant. So we'll let them digest that and see what they do. But there's also the opportunity for everybody to talk to the Iowa West Board. They have, you know, they're all local people. If you know, I can get you the board members' names if you'd like to talk to them. I'm assuming this decision was made at a staff level and they may not know that. So I think it would be wise to have our policy people reach out to theirs.
If you could send an email to everybody on that
Yeah,
board.
I will.
All of us.
I will.
You have any
There's
questions
somebody
on
that
that?
mentioned that they were on that board?
Elizabeth Hunter, yes.
Yeah.
I just want to give you a quick update, real quick, that we have ran a total of 326 calls this year as of today. And in July, we did 61 calls alone in July. So roughly about 2 a day.
All right, thanks for everything you do.
Thanks.
Sticking with that assignments and updates, where are we at on that house demo issue in the club with Mr. Ray?
So he is coming up on his deadline to answer. So he will be in default if he doesn't. He did hire an attorney who, I think I told you last time, I haven't heard anything back from that. I don't know if that representation is going to continue or not. But if he doesn't answer, I can move faster. I can move after 60 days from the date of service on him, which we're close to, I think we're over a month now. So I'll try to push it as fast as I can. But if he doesn't default, then we'll be into a scheduling process, and I'll know more then. But if he defaults, I'll just move on it.
Since he hired legal counsel, there hasn't been a scheduled court hearing?
He hasn't answered the court yet.
Okay. So now we just got to wait for the default process of 60 days?
Yes. Yep.
All right. Next item's at animal control. Did you get that figured out?
Yes. So the Pottawatomie, we have a court date of September 4th. It's the first Thursday in September, which I think is the 4th. And that'll be initial appearances for 3 of the owners of those dogs. The county has been trying to serve them and they've been there, I told me today 5 times and haven't been able to get anybody. They've been leaving cards. I don't know if we have officers that might be able to help them get their whereabouts during the day, but I'm trying to get service done on them yet.
So the dog's still in the community,
I believe the dog is still in the community.
and no one's been cited? I mean, we're waiting to get them in front of a judge.
No, we've cited them and we have a court date. And then there was another citation that came in last week on the 11th, and they're merging the court date for that one in with the ones that I had filed. So there's been multiple citations issued. They just haven't got them to a court date. But
I was reminded just last week that the dog's still running around town causing chaos. So
yeah, they cited him last week. Cited the owner of that dog. I think it's the same dog at least, Charlie or whatever they call it. But
Is it possible to pick them up
exactly.
for
As I
running
said,
around town?
if you find a dog running that large, you should impound it always. Yep.
If a dog has 3 or 4 strikes, what's in our ordinance? What are our options? Can the dog be removed from the town? Do we have a?
He's not vicious.
Yeah.
He's
Do we create our own ordinance that 3
You have
strikes you're out?
you have an ordinance for that now, and that's what I'm trying to do in my the municipal infraction that I cited them with was actually built on some things that Chief Kennedy had already ordered this thing out of town,
Right.
and it just hadn't been complied with.
Okay.
So we're taking those citations to court and in
We
mass.
do have that step down the line if
Yes.
an habitual offender.
That's what we're doing right now. Yeah,
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
I mean, they're kind of professional dodgers of law enforcement.
I figured maybe. Yeah.
It's kind of quite the deal, for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, how do we speed this up? I mean, you tell me, and I'm going to try to speed it up. It's been too long. I hear too much about it.
Yeah.
What do I do in my position?
The number one thing would be if we could get the.
So if that dog's out, you're saying right now animal control can pick it up?
Yes, they can impound it
And
now.
not give it back, correct?
They don't have to give it back, no. I mean, it's been running at large, and you have numerous cases on it. I wouldn't feel bad about keeping it until is it even licensed? I don't know.
Is it registered with the city? That'd be a
They
good
don't
question.
do anything.
We put it
Yeah.
right in that kennel.
I would put it,
Clean 'em up.
yeah, I would impound it, and I would tell, I can't remember if we have our own
We do.
impound site. Okay, so you're in control of it. I wouldn't give them back unless.
I mean,
they
we
had-
normally take animals to the Nebraska Humane Society. We don't keep them here for over a day or two. So, I mean, the whole issue is in the past, we bring those to Nebraska Humane Society and they release them back to the owner. So it's just a circle that never ends.
Yeah, I hear you.
So we're supposed to pick this dog up, hold it a day, give it to Nebraska Humane Society. They're going to go pick it back up.
Yeah. Well, the one dog
Like
is.
a wasted effort.
Yeah, I wouldn't transmit it over there. If we impound the dog, then I would hold it.
But we don't have someone on staff to sit here and feed and water and keep tags on a
Just
dog.
holding, it's just holding.
Okay. The other thing you could do would be to send it to a vet clinic and see if they'll board it. I mean, I know you don't want to pay for it, but it's
At this point, I'm willing to do.
We're gonna have to.
We're gonna
Get
have
back
to.
to them.
yeah.
That's what we have to.
And just have it be released on the city's order. You know, that's
Can you get animal control some contact info to a vet clinic that will hold this dog?
yeah. I'm sure I can find one.
For sure.
Seems like a long process, guys, but
Well,
it's moving.
Part of the side of it on the city end is we're a public agency, so we have to follow due process and things that are inconvenient to especially when something's cut and dry and it's a problem. We're not allowed just to cure it ourselves. We got to do things all legit, and don't want to get you in trouble. But
All
I
right.
understand your frustration with it. It's a crappy process.
Jason, water stop box replacement.
I'm sorry, what dog are you guys, can you guys tell what dog you guys are talking about? Is it in the club area, or what kind of a dog? Can you even say what type of a dog?
I don't think we should. Do we say the owner of the
I can
dog?
talk
clinic?
to you if you
Oh, I'm sorry.
if you want me. I can talk to you after the meeting if you. I can go over what I'm looking. for.
No, it's not in the club area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, no.
It's not your dog, Tim.
No, I walk my dog, no, I walk my dog every night.
I understand.
We've been attacked a couple.
All right, Jason.
Thank you.
It roams town every night. You'll,
Yep.
all right, the water stop box replacements, the time was up for people to get them repaired. We need to make a decision on how to move forward. I think, Jackie, what'd you say, there's like 15 of them?
There's 18.
18? Did they go back and recheck them all?
Is what?
Have they gone back and rechecked them to make sure?
No, but we'll verify that before we
hire someone for sure.
So do we want to send out like a bid, or how do we want to do it?
I think we just got to engage one contractor to do them all. Every one of them could be a little, just depends on where they're at. I mean, it's hard to give a flat bid.
So I talked to, in talking about the water project, I talked to Backlund today that we talked to them about the wastewater monitoring manhole. And we talked to them about, that sprinkler system in the club. They got some work to do with that. We just need to make sure we're not bombarding them with stuff and then not getting the water. The valve project should be the top priority for them. We need to make sure we can't just keep putting stuff on them and then not get something else done.
We could advertise in the paper.
And so do we want to do like a bid for each one separate, or
As
I
a
mean,
package.
Just do a blanket.
just do one package for, I mean, they could probably do the same thing they do with the water project with the square foot price for concrete replacement and repairing the valves, just do a line item bid for everything.
I don't
What are we
know
talking
much
about for what?
plumbing. I mean, if
The
you
stop
want,
box.
All them
okay.
all them curb stops that didn't get repaired.
But I mean, none of these should be in the street, but they could be in sidewalks and concrete and driveways and
Right.
approaches.
If you're providing all the materials, then you could just do it as an hourly bid.
Yeah, I'm sure each one will be different. They'll probably,
It's about a $1,500 job. What do you
I mean,
say?
they should be between 800 and
15 is
18.
tops.
Yeah, 15.
I mean, I think we should damn near set a citizen should be expecting an assessment of around $1,500 of their property
Yeah.
if they can't, step up or arrange something with the city to get it handled.
So how do we want to, I mean, we don't want Snyder, we don't want somebody to put out a bid.
No.
I mean, how do we want to,
or you just hire a contractor and you say, not publicly, I wouldn't publicly say, but let's just say it's 18 times 2 or 18 times 3 is $36,000 that we would set aside in our budget, because then we'll be assessing it to the homeowners at some point. But let's say $40,000 you're going to set aside, and you pick out 3 contractors and say, just go do them, or you hire one contractor to do them all. I mean, it's up to you.
I'd rather engage one guy to do
guy.
them all. I mean, we don't need 3 different people.
I mean, I just want to make sure whoever he picked is fair.
Well, do you have a recommendation, Jason or Aaron? Just get it to us, and I don't think we need to put a bid packet together
don't
with an
need to,
engineer. We
because
just
you're
need
gonna
to
be under 40
contact.
grand.
I'd say we take 3 or 4 of them, call a contractor, have them go do them. If we like the price, it worked out good, we keep on moving on. If they had problems or they didn't do it very well, or then we move on to somebody else. Just do a few at a time.
All right.
And then do we have to, we discussed a payment plan and all?
I mean, I imagine we're going to individually one more time. We're going to take 3 or 4 addresses. We're going to contact them each. We're say, hey, you're being assessed tomorrow. They're going to come and fix it Thursday. That's going to be the process.
and-
I'm
They can go on their tax roll for up to 2 years interest free, correct?
Right. So just to keep in mind that most of the people that are getting this chose not to pick up the certified letter. So we're going to have to hand deliver, hey, this is your last notification, you didn't pick up the certified letter. Because we did go out to 5 or 6 places and actually hand deliver certified letters. The other ones were out in Omaha and Timbuktu, so we didn't do that.
Well,
But-
they've had their opportunity, like,
Right.
it's time to just fix them.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Send another letter. We don't get nothing.
And most of them are on the shut-off list. That's why
Yeah.
we know their stop boxes don't work.
All right, we're just going to engage a contractor to do a couple of them, and we'll go from there. Next item, GIS mapping contract.
So we need to approve.
One more quick thing on that. I mean, if somebody is on the list that's not paying is to be shut off, they should be getting broke up on an emergency fee and getting shut off and getting fixed. That's a way to address that right now. We don't need to wait at all. If somebody hasn't paid their bill,
Well, we
they're
should-
delinquent on the bill, we should just be breaking it up, fixing it, and taking care of that situation.
That's how
That's
we ended up in
immediate.
this situation.
I mean, we
What's that?
I
should,
mean, that's why we have to go through this process, because the city code says that you have to give them a chance to fix it. If
Right.
they don't fix it, then the city can come in and fix
For
it.
sure.
So we started.
They own the stop box. They have an opportunity to replace it, repair it, or fix it. Then the city comes involved. But we got some people that are pretty good at dodging information.
all right, so the GIS mapping, we need to get somebody on board so we can get all the new stuff in there and keep up with the changes that we're finding in the valve project. We talked about it at the workshop the other night, and I actually thought Snyder's estimate was the option to go with, I guess. So I'd make a motion, we move forward with Snyder's option.
There's one that had $5,000 up front.
Well, no, that was estimated per year. It was actually like 1,500 a year for the fee, and then so much an hour, depending on how much
It's
change.
an hourly rate.
Because I know she said something about they could do a bunch of them in a little of no time at all.
Yeah, I think it was like
It's
15.
$1,525 annually for the subscription for the software. And then their maintenance fees, they said an hourly estimate of $5,700 for the first year. And again, that's an estimate to help us with training and get all of our information loaded.
But that 5,000 was made up of just man hours that they're estimating.
And
it would
training.
take- And that it would take for the year.
What information are they talking about getting loaded?
Just so like everything we're finding in the valve project that's not accurate, going back, getting all that adjusted right, getting everything loaded, and we need to make sure it gets in there.
I just think they need to supply the information we already paid for in there.
That's kind of, I feel like they're trying to dodge. We threw on them that they need to get this in as part of the deal, and she didn't like that, and now we're kind of looking at a way to cover that line item, I feel.
Well,
I'm not against the Monterey Valley, and I don't think it's really out of line, but I don't.
She said at our workshop, she said at our meetings before that they're gonna do that as the valve project, but there's other information that needs to be corrected and needs to be inputted, that we need to have we need a contract with somebody to do it. I don't even care if it's not Snyder. I just think they were the most reasonable, and they've been in town now for a while doing work for us. They got the most knowledge of what's going on.
Is there a second to that motion? For Snyder? Sounds like not.
Oh, I'll second it.
Okay. Any public comment? Roll call, please.
Victor?
Yes.
Jackie?
Yes,
Aaron?
No.
Jacob?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Think we all seen the grant writer contract. What's the council want to do there?
Drop it.
yeah.
Is that a motion, Victor?
Make a motion to drop the grant writer's contract as of now.
Second.
I think the contract's up in what, February? What is it?
I thought it was only a monthly. I didn't know we had a full.
How long's the contract till?
Oh, I think we.
Were we
are at
past it?
September. I think it's September.
September.
I think our last renewal was September, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
But
usually-
it's coming up, that's why they sent it to us. for
All right.
renewal.
Victor has a motion to not re-up with the contract. Did you second that, Jackie?
Oh, we should check and make sure when it is, because I thought we usually voted in January or February for it, but that could be wrong.
I second.
So if we have a few
All right.
months left, we should take advantage of it.
There's a motion and a second not to re-up the contract. Any public comment? Roll call, please.
Jackie?
Yes,
Aaron?
Yes.
Jacob?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Victor?
Yes.
Pump station repairs.
That just does an update to that. They've got a new I don't know if it's a contract, but they got, T-Mobile's getting the equipment to get all the modems and calls.
Call
They're
center.
getting all that set up, so that should be taken care of.
Good deal.
Yep.
Next,
We got a new service provider there. They're going with a different service
Is
provider.
that online or
I believe it's
I think it's like a wireless.
wireless. I don't know if
is
it's
it up and
online.
running now? Are we on?
No.
Going or
No,
is
no,
there a
it's
timeline
not.
for that, when they're gonna get it?
I asked him today, and he said he just met. It should be soon, but he did not have a specific
Okay.
date.
Next item, street repairs.
So there was two of the larger repairs that I'd met with Lem about. I'll do the second one first, was 10th and 12th and P Street. They broke out part of it for the valve project, but if we pour it back, it's just gonna be wrong anyway, cause they put a 2-inch overlay on all of it. Actually, that whole north side heading down 12th Street, that whole apron needs to be repaired. So Lem gave us two options, to do half of it or just to do the whole. And it's just from like the curb line north to where the flumes out and goes up 12th Street.
Yep.
So I guess my recommendation would just be to do it while we're doing it, but it
If we do
is.
the full, we get rid of the crusty overlay, right?
So they
Take
put
it
that
back to
overlay
blacktop.
on it, and it just, all that's chipped out, and it just holds a few inches of water every rain, so we just need to do it and be done with it, I think. That was
Those are
$12,540.
all acceptable.
So I would motion that we, accept that for 12th and P Street. Then the other one was 11th and Reddick Street. It ends up, there's no good place to stop. It's heaved up in one spot, and everywhere we looked to stop at, it's bad in the next section and the next. So it ends up actually replacing most of that intersection. That's why it's so expensive. There's some curb line, there's some ADA sidewalk ramp that has to be fixed. That
They
one,
changed their control joints so where they cut the concrete too to keep in that area where it heaves. I think they could change that approach, the size of it, to where the two meet, and not leave that one piece small. Would keep from separating too, I think.
I would assume they'll make it all even joints when they, I mean, if there's something different they need to do, I don't know. I mean, just show them what it is. I'm fine with it. But it's gonna end up being that whole intersection for the most part. But I told him if he does it, it has to be done before school starts, so that leaves him 4 days now. So,
Probably should jump on that one next.
and he's fine with that. He said he'd get it done, but, just wanted to make sure, these were higher price, so I wanted to make sure everybody was okay with them.
Reddick replacement's what, 21,170? What's the council want to do?
Accept them both.
Yeah.
Make a motion to accept both repairs for 12th and Avenue
We got
P.
3, don't we?
There's
and
3 of
11th.
them.
Now,
There's
the
3 of them there, Victor.
No,
That one's half.
Oh, that's
That's
half of
half.
it. Okay, okay.
It's entire.
so
Oh,
this,
that's the half of it. That's the full, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do the full thing, for sure.
yep, make it right.
so it's 21,170 and 12,540.
Correct.
Yes.
That's the motion, and
That's my motion.
I'll second it, or
Any public comment? Roll call, please.
Who's second?
Aaron?
Aaron did.
Got it. Aaron,
Yes.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie.
Yes.
Oh, I want to follow up one more time on the grant writing contract. I pulled it up. We signed it in January of 2024, so we fulfilled our 1 year, and after that, you can end the contract anytime with a 7-day notice.
All right. Write them
we'll
7-day,
write
I
'em
guess.
Yep.
All right. Clint,
I pretty much shared everything already. One of your questions?
all right. Ordinances and resolutions, consider a motion to approve wages.
So these wages that are included in the council packet, there was 3 of them. I didn't take into account the longevity pay that those employees had earned already, that you've already agreed to. So this is to make that correction. Levi, 2292, Robert McLeod, 3402, Lisa Ruley, 3681. And those are longevity pay for each one of those.
That's the only difference, was the longevity pay?
And the guy at the community center got a promotion.
Hold on. Longevity pay is for Lisa and Robert.
Oh, okay.
Promotion
Levi
and rec sports.
was because of his promotion to the sports and rec manager.
Make a motion to approve.
Second.
Public comment. Roll call, please.
Jacob,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie,
Yes.
Aaron.
Yes.
Consider a motion to approve resolution for policy for distribution of minutes. Victor, did you get a look at that yet?
Yeah, it reads like Japanese arithmetic to me, so somebody can explain it to me.
Well, Clint wrote it. He can explain it.
Oh, very good, sir. Please explain.
I have it in there.
So I guess we're talking about the email distribution. Is that to us or to who?
To you guys.
Okay.
It was based on a question that we had on, we were talking about when you guys get your minutes in advance of the meeting, and we knew that Jackie distributes the minutes to the paper anyway, so it basically just has her attached you guys on it, so you receive it at the same time and can review it ahead of the meeting longer.
Like how much longer?
Well, it should be about 2 weeks.
I just lost it.
That'd be handy.
Within 15 days.
15 days?
Yeah, you
15 days.
publicize them 15 days after the meeting.
Yeah.
After the
Has to
meeting.
be published within 15 days?
Is that what I did?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do that, 15 days?
Yep.
There it is.
So then the record keeping, you're gonna keep a copy of the distribution, that's gonna be in our email records, correct? The one we got them?
Yes, it'll be a digital record who she sends it to, yes.
Cameron had talked about.
Well, I keep all emails. I
And
don't
is-
delete any email.
And our city administrator talked about in his interview process, a program he used that it all goes into a file on, I don't know what,
He had an app.
he had an app
We
that,
talked about it, yep.
like your meeting, everything then attaches to that meeting, then she'll go back after the meeting and put the video in there, and maybe go back and put the minutes in there. And the packet would go in there, so every meeting would have pretty much its own file, so maybe he'll,
So you want to hold off on this and see what his app brings to the table, or you want to process this one?
I mean, we can change it later if we need to. I mean, he may not implement that, but.
Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
To accept
Victor made the,
resolution.
Victor
Accept
made,
it. I already made I'll second it.
All right, any public
Wait
comment?
For the motion.
Roll call, please.
Jason,
Yes.
Victor,
Yes.
Jackie,
Yes,
Aaron,
Yes.
Jacob.
Yes.
Mr. Gunderson, right-of-way permit and stormwater permits.
You need a chair, I know it's gonna be a while.
I don't need a chair.
I can't look at it.
Okay, I've had a issue with the right-of-way permits for quite a while, simply because it's not being enforced. And I don't know, I'd like to know who's in charge of it. I'd like to know why they don't enforce it. And I can give you an example of 13th Street. A contractor come to town for the gas company last Thursday. They had a backhoe dump truck, 2 or 3 other trucks, and numerous people blocked off half the street with no barricades. They filled the hole up with rock, and so Friday, I called Bob, who I thought was supposed to be in charge of this stuff, and asked him, where's the barricades? He said, I'm gonna go down and talk to the guy. So I bounced in the hole Saturday and Sunday, and Monday I called Bob, and I said, Bob, where's the barricades? He said, I'm gonna go down and talk to the guy again. I said, well, I'll tell you what, if there's not barricades there tonight, I will be before the city council Monday night and find out why you're not doing your job. And so we have an ordinance that says you have to be a licensed plumber to get a permit. You have to have a bond, a surety bond on file to get a permit. So I guess I said to Bob, why don't you just order barricades and we'll charge the contractor, and if he doesn't pay, he has a surety bond. And if he doesn't have a surety bond, somebody in town should be in trouble for allowing him to start an excavation. I mean, that should all be checked out before anyone starts. So it's a danger. When I called Bob Friday, I said, why no barricades? He said, well, I know the hole's there, I filled it up. I said, why would you fill up a hole for a private contractor? So, I guess I'd like to know, who's supposed to be in charge of that?
As far as the permitting and application process, be through the building inspecting office.
Well, and I brought this up at the planning board because I actually cannot stand incompetent contractors coming to our town thinking they can do whatever they do. And the fact is they do. And it just irritates me. I hate being a professional. If you follow our ordinances, you have a license. And if you have a license, you know what you're doing. Because if you don't do what you're supposed to, you don't get that license. They take it from you. And there's no reason why we can't follow our own rules. I brought this up at the meeting. Jackie told me all the right-of-way permits go through the clerk's office. So, I mean, I have no idea why that would happen. And so I put a request in. I actually had somebody put it in for me. I signed it, delivered it to City Hall. I want to know how many people have a surety bond. If you're a reputable contractor and you're doing work in our town, the ordinance says you have a surety bond. And nobody should be having a street hole open without one. So I'd like to know, if they do, why are they allowed to do work? I know she said at the meeting, I said, well, does the gas company have it? She said, well, they're different because they come and do 20 permits at a time for the whole year if they know they're going to work here. Well, I can guarantee you there's one house that they did not have a permit, and they didn't put the street back properly. Because there was a house that caught on fire, and they would have no idea if they were going to do it through the year or not. So somebody's going to get hurt. If you go down 13th Street, you have to go in the other lane of traffic. And finally, Friday, they came and poured the street back to the to the bottom of the asphalt. And they have some of the best barricades you can see down there. They have warning signs a block away like they should have.
There's measurements for it.
Yeah, they're exactly about a week late, and somebody could have got hurt. And I actually feel that the city should be responsible if somebody drives a car in there. If they're gonna let people put this stuff up, it should be, this contractor should be sued. The gas company that hired him should be sued. But the city's also allowing it, and I don't understand why. So I just need to, I mean, and that's, you guys can figure out who is not doing their job. But I can guarantee you somebody's not. And those permits should come out of the building inspector's office. Oh, I mean, there's no reason. The building, I've said to Bob before, hey, do they have a master license? Oh, we think so. Do they have a surety bond? Yeah, the clerk checked. So I'd like to, and I have a request, and I will get it at some point, see how many people actually have it.
So Jackie, this process doesn't go through building?
Nope. The city code that the city council passed, that it goes through with the maintenance director, it has nothing to do with it's public utilities, just like your water connections and any of your utilities, they go through the maintenance department. That's how the city code was written by the city council. I have it, it's included in the packet. Now, we did, after Jay brought it up at the planning board meeting, I did some investigation. I made contact with the person that we do have most of our permits through, and that's Black Hills Energy. And I spoke with Gordon. I faxed him, or I emailed him the ordinance, and I pointed out some of the most important things, which number one, 72 hours within the hole being open, that it must be patched back in, and some of these things that are required in the code. I think that's why the barricades got put up, the new barricades got put up, because Gordon got involved and didn't know that his contractor wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. So those clarifications have been done, but yes, the permits are issued by Lisa. The right-of-way permit was included in the packet as well. And this is how we've been operating with it for probably 5 years.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah,
Do you decide who gets the right-of-way permit or who issues it?
Bob does.
Okay.
Does that, so how many people have surety bonds? How many people have the surety bond?
I don't think we've collected any.
I know I sent you one.
I know I do.
No, I mean, the right-of-way permits that I know of that are in our office, I don't believe there's any bonds that have been collected. We haven't asked for them.
Well,
We're
it says,
trying to
our
get
ordinance
those
says you have to have them. Why would you issue a permit if they don't have one? Why? Who?
Hold on, let me finish. This got thrown in our office because the ordinance was passed by the council years ago. We've taken it on with more and more telecommunications with Black Hills, doing many more updates to all of their properties throughout the city. We haven't reviewed the code. And until Jay brought it up the other day, I hadn't gone back and looked at it probably since we drafted it 5 or 6 years ago. And Aaron was the one that brought it to the council, and he pushed it through, and so we would have some sort of permit process. This is the permit process we have. If you want to change it, if you want to update it, please do.
This is not true. I have complained about this for years. We had a deal on Avenue O about 1.5 years ago that you could barely get it. 3/4 of the street was broke out, and the barricades was a sawhorse and a chair. And I said, what in the world?
I'm just sharing what's coming out of my office. I don't know what's happening on the street. I do not go
Well,
outside.
and that's why I'm asking, why would you issue any permits if you don't know it? Why is
We're
it?
not issuing the permit. We're preparing the permit, and it's signed off by the by the maintenance department.
So
We do not issue those permits. We write them up.
why
We do not
wouldn't it
sign
be the
them.
building department, building inspector?
Because the ordinance says it's the maintenance director.
Do you remember, Aaron? You kind of spearheaded.
I didn't create this ordinance. I created an ordinance that allows us to charge a fee for compaction on holes when the guys were doing holes.
And this was it.
No, that was to do with compaction. I don't know. This was just an ordinance that was there. I didn't create this ordinance. I created the compaction ordinance. It was $20.
This includes that.
It's part of it.
This was the right-of-way
That's right,
permit
you
for
worked
that
on this.
specific. It's 100.
I'm for it. It's the proper thing to do if it's done right. It's used biasly in our town.
Let's just
And this
do like,
includes,
let's
this
just
is the
do,
$100 per address that you set up I don't know, 5 or 6 years ago.
So let's just do the same thing we did with a demolition permit and issue an order that no permits go out until all these checklists has gone through. And if they don't have a surety bond, they're not gonna permit. I mean, they're just not gonna do work until everything's in order. Just issue a new order that says, I don't know why we have to issue an order that says follow the code, but that's what we need to do.
Maybe we need to review the ordinance and see if to make sure there's some literature in there on it, because I'm not,
But in the
there should
meantime,
be.
until we can review it, let's end permits unless all these things are in order.
How many are outstanding? Do we have any idea?
What's that?
How many permits are outstanding? You say they come and get them in a bulk.
I
mean, is
know
there-
Black Hills has on that list, there's probably 5 or 6 that expire at the end of this month. I don't know if they have a new set of permits that have gone out yet.
Well, let's just cancel
And
them.
anybody else would just be telecommunication.
Let's just cancel anything that's with Black Hills. I mean, it's their contractor that screwed it up. They can come back in and ask for a new one.
I guess send an email in the morning to Black Hills that they were in violation and their permits are no longer valid till they follow the ordinance, correct?
Yeah.
Well, and that was part of the conversation that Bob and I both had
Will you
with
get me a copy of
Gordon
this
last
ordinance?
week.
that they're talking about
What
now.
they're talking-
Yes.
Yeah.
So just for clarification, could somebody explain to Bob that if there's no barricades there for 3 or 4 days and somebody could fall in a hole, that he should order some barricades?
Like if they go home, they're not there, you should order them that night?
Yeah, you know what I mean? It just,
Yeah.
okay, well, thank you. That's, my next issue is, and you'll love this one. I've been bitching about this forever. Our stormwater detention ponds. Now, they were before the planning board, the apartment building they want to build. And when they came before the planning board, we're all in favor of it. We were nervous whether it would be a 55 or older. I mean, we tried to get something in there to make sure that that's what it really was. It's not just for everybody. And that's, I think a lot of the citizens were concerned about that. We were all in favor of the building. We are in favor of the building. The stormwater detention pond has created a big issue. When we finally voted to approve the preliminary plan, we voted 4-3 in favor of advancing it to the final plat. But I would take responsibility. I was not prepared for that meeting. When I got to the meeting, I did not know that in my packet I had their drawings for their stormwater ponds. And I said, how come we didn't get this? And Kathy said she didn't have one. Tim said he didn't have one. So a couple of people had them, a couple didn't. They were in our packet, so it's our fault. But when we looked at what they gave us, they're putting a retention pond in that is almost the whole width of the property. That property is probably 300 feet wide, and it's probably it's 80 to 90% of the whole property. They want to put it up against the church, not up against church because they're dividing that property in half. They want to put it on the far north side. They have parking lot, building, parking lot. So if I had been prepared, and I went home that night and studied it and figured out what was going on. The engineer was kind of honest, was telling us how they had followed all the rules and the regulations that we need to pass this.
They said it was the minimum requirement.
Yeah, and so we had said, you know, when you came here wanting a rezoning, you wanted to be a good partner, you wanted to do good things for Carter Lake. Would you? And I asked him, would you consider putting in an underground system, like Casey's? Yeah. So the guy gave us about 5 reasons why they didn't want an underground system. They couldn't see it. They didn't know if it worked. And so I informed him that I'm actually an expert at them. I put them in all the time. And I truly believe that the reason they didn't want to do it is because it's going to cost a lot of money. They're excellent systems, but they cost a lot of money. And so they're not interested at that point. So when we voted 4-3 to move it to the final stage. But when I got home and looked at it, there was all kinds of things we don't know that we need to know, and I think all of you would ask the same questions. If you drive down 9th Street, there's a storm sewer inlet on their property. I talked to Ron Rothmeyer because I didn't know anything about it, where it went. Ron said it went across 9th Street, goes down to the pump station in front where the generator is for the trailer court that flows across the mobile home park. So he said there's too much water there now. All the water from Avenue K, the middle of Avenue K, if you look, drains back to 13th Street, down 13th. All the houses all the way to Willow to 11th drain down to that pit. So it has enough water right now. There's the pit that they want to put in is huge. And they do follow all of the rules that we have. And the bottom line is, I want you to change the rules. The pit that they show is 6.5 feet deep at the deepest end. And it's not mowable. And I've been here forever, and I've been through these retention ponds that are pitiful. I told the guy, drive 4 blocks up the street and see the pond up there that's about 6 feet deep with broken concrete sidewalk, broken concrete street, and weeds as tall as everybody with slime on it right now that's sitting in that pond. That pond was supposed to be a temporary pond 25 years ago. It was put in by the guy that built the La Quinta and the warehouses. And the plan was to put a storm sewer up to the dike to the river. And he was supposed to give us money, and that was going to be a temporary pond. Well, he never gave us the money, and it just fell through the cracks. But that pond is pitiful. They have a pump in it that they can pump it, but they don't. Then we have another one. All the contractors stood at this podium and told us all their great stories. Forget about their ponds after they put them in. We okayed another one on the 2 hotels on Abbott Drive. And if you drive down Abbott Drive right now and you look at between the hotels at the street, and then in between the 2 hotels where there's an opening, you'll think there's either a jungle or a forest back there, but there's really not. That's the retention pond. And you couldn't mow it if you wanted to because there's so many trees because they've never taken care of it. So what I was asked and what I'd like to do, I talked to the City of Omaha. Retention ponds are not required. They only use them if there's a shortage of ground. If they don't have enough ground, then you'd put the underground system in. A system for this project here, honestly, would probably cost them $50,000, $100,000. I mean, it's not going to be cheap. There's a lot of water going there. So, and they're in a big hurry, just like every contractor. They're in a big hurry. I think, and they'll be back looking for a final plat. And I would hope that you guys would want us to ask what kind of shape that pipe is in going over to that pit, if the pump is big enough to handle that pit. And I believe that it should be going to Avenue K. Avenue K, there's a lot less water at Avenue K than there is the whole part of town. We got a fourth of the part of town dumping into that right now. That probably can't take any more water. But that would be the engineer's issue to prove to us that it's workable. So, and I mean, I don't think if the board actually knew that that pit's 6.5 feet deep. The contours on their pit, I couldn't read them because they were too close. They're just, they give us 11 by 8 paper, but it's not mowable. It is not mowable where it goes down. And so if we could change our ordinance to say it has to be mowable and maybe only 2 or 3 feet deep. And that way no kid, you're gonna see kids out there. Nobody's gonna drown in it. Nobody's gonna be hurt in it. Because you guys can do that. You can put whatever you want into the rules and regulations. And if they can't meet the 2, they can meet the 2 or 3 feet. They just have to take up, they have enough ground there. They just have to take a little more ground. And if they don't want to do it, they'll put in the underground retention pit that we want. So I truly believe that when I ask all these questions at the next meeting, when they're standing here, telling us they followed all the rules and regulations, and we don't pass it. I mean, we kind of feel, we have a lot of experts on that board, experience, that the unit would be great. It'd create a tax base, and that's our job, to help create tax base. We want that. We want it for the citizens if they want to live there. That is our job. But to be stuck with a pit that is, we already know what they are. We already know what they are. To be stuck with a pit, I don't think we can sell our soul to take that deal unless they do something with that pit. So, I mean, if you guys would consider changing it, make it so that it's safe. That is the whole thing. Safe and mobile. I mean, they'll build that. If they were allowed to build it, they'd build it. In 10 years, we'll be swatting mosquitoes. We're putting it up against 15 houses down there. Swatting mosquitoes, they're their home collecting their money. So we do want it. We're not opposed to it, but we feel that there has to be changes in that pit.
Is there something, I mean, we look at, being there's such the residential houses that are around this commercial application and the pond and this concern of just making that stipulation, being it's in a residential and commercial area there, that it has to be an underground? Because I don't think we can
I believe
forcibly
you're
just make it underground, because that's going to be a biased situation. But being where it lands in the proximity of where it's at with all the residential houses around it, and then putting this water feature there that will adamantly affect all these houses, I think it gives us an avenue to do something like that.
I think in your site plan review, for sure. And
The problem, I guess the problem that I have is it's not in our code right now. They presented all this and they meet all our requirements.
I just wanted to add something that might make talking to them a little simpler, but when we were doing all that negotiations over their conditional zoning agreement, they're gonna create about $250,000 of tax payments a year that could be captured through that tax increment financing that we discussed. And they said if you have additional things you want us to do, if we could do it through TIF, we'd be totally open to that. So I think that
We give them an avenue.
give them an avenue. They just reached out to get, how long ago was that? They were asking if we were gonna try to do anything with the TIF. We were on that email together, Jackie, I think
It was a
maybe 2 or
discussion
3 weeks ago, maybe. Yeah, so I think they're open to talking, so.
They've been very willing to work with us of the concerns, and if we make this after reviewing the size of it and kind of having second thoughts, we just, as a city, we have a feeling that that's not a good application.
And I was thinking the same thing you were, in terms of planning, it's a residential area, and then what they have slated for next door is additional single-family homes.
Yes.
So it would increase the value of their own property and their own future development prospects, I think. So I think we can come to a solution on this, but the longer-term issue may be something like you're talking about too.
I did ask them if they were going to go for TIF, and he said no.
That's what they've said all along.
Yeah, because I thought, well, perfect. We have a hammer over their head, but he said no. So I mean, whatever they're doing,
They weren't coming in asking for anything up front, but they said if we had anything additional beyond like somebody said a phrase over here, the minimum standards or whatever,
That's what they're going by.
yeah, if you wanted to go above that, they said they would discuss if we could do some kind of TIF arrangement with them.
I mean, can you have that discussion with them before they go back to the planning board so they don't
Yeah,
know, and then
I got the guy's email right
then
here.
they won't just delay it for
Instead of a pond, can't we come up with a bigger scope, like a storm system? I mean, well, what is the estimated cost versus an open pit to an underground one? I mean, that's tremendous.
well, and I looked at and this is crazy because I could not read the print that I had on my computer. They don't have the contours. They don't have the elevations. They have it in the parking lot. They have an inlet the water runs into, then runs into a pipe in the hole. And at the deepest point, it's 6.5 feet deep. But the pipe sits up out of the ground that runs into the storm sewer. So it allows the water to come in.
So it holds the pipe no matter what at all times.
It'd raise up and go out. But the problem is we don't know, we really don't know if that area can handle that much. There is a tremendous
I'm
amount of.
telling you, it can't handle
You
it.
can't, that's,
No,
that's storm.
it already
we have-
floods.
it's-
When we have an event, it
Yeah,
overcharges.
it's,
Yeah.
Why can't they take a storm line directly to the
Exactly, a new
Ninth
line.
and K?
Well, there's actually a storm sewer in Avenue K. When they built the apartments up there, there's a storm sewer that runs up Avenue K right now. And, because I asked them about pumping to it. At the point at the meeting, they really weren't interested in doing anything except just pushing through what they had. You know, so, I mean, we kind of feel, I think as a board, I don't think the board would vote to do a final plat. I mean, I don't know where that happened, but the council could sure do whatever they want, but we are not interested in putting our name in on something that's going to be a detriment to the city. And you know what?
So we just want to take a better look at the storm solution.
Storm solution.
The
They
rest
need
of
to
it's
show
good.
us. Their engineers
Yeah.
need to show us.
Yeah, we don't
it's
need
gonna work.
ideas, they can
They
bring
can
them
show
to us.
us it will work.
I mean, the thing is, for the money, you know, it's always the money. So what, we're gonna get 250,000, we're gonna have a pit that's gonna be horrible forever. I mean, it's not, to me, it's not worth it.
But if that had to be if we had to TIF that back to them over so many years or whatever, the storm improvements would be,
Yeah, what I was saying is that, so that money is available to fund public improvements and things of that nature.
Use their
Absolutely, I
money
would
to fund
agree.
it.
If they would take a TIF, I mean, we could pay for it because we would
Exactly.
get the money back. But I mean, that'd be a fantastic idea, but he said they didn't want TIF, so you could talk them into getting TIF. So it cost 100,000. And the thing is, developers,
We haven't
They all-
asked them
they
for
all-
a lot, but to move the dumpster, really.
yeah.
They can, I think this is something that can be negotiated.
You know, they said they're gonna spend 3 million, they're gonna spend 5 million. Honestly, when you're spending that kind of money, what's another 100,000 to do it right?
but let's have the discussion before they go back to the meeting so they're not, or at least have Clint reach out.
Reach out to them.
Say it.
I'll talk to him.
Tell them there's some.
Let them know that's our concern, and we're moving that direction to kind of,
Was it the same guy that was at the meetings, looked like he was
Yeah.
in his early 30s?
Yeah, well, we
Okay.
felt sorry for him. The guy has taken a beating
Yeah.
through all the public hearings because people thought it was gonna, I mean, he hung in there. And I felt bad for him, but
He was
I,
very nice with me too.
Good.
yeah,
doing due
no,
diligence.
he seemed like a good guy until
Yeah.
he wants to ram this through because he wants a permit next meeting. And until we get some of these answers, that our planning board is not going to approve a final plat.
When can you have an answer for us?
I'll reach out to him in the morning.
You make a recommendation for the final plat, you don't approve the final plat, the council approves the final plat, am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're not making a recommendation for anything until we know that this is going to be what we think it should be.
And it's not just this property, they're all around town. Those storm ponds are even,
experience. It's our experience with it, and that's about our main concern.
even the one the city has is ridiculous.
Right.
Why can't they drain directly to a storm drain?
Well, they might be able to.
There's a
The
pump.
problem is, the problem, and that's why I said, why not raise, if you can't, raise your property up a foot. You know, where you can get some fall on it, just raise the property up a foot. Nobody's gonna know it, and you could maybe run, but we're already overloaded in that area right there,
We said the other pump can handle it,
K Street.
Ninth and K.
And there is a storm, it's concrete storm sewer that runs up through there. It was supposed to go over here to the houses that Dennis built. And they never hooked onto it, but it does run up in front of all the apartments. I don't know the depth on it, so, but it's something that their engineer should explore and tell to us.
We'll just ask for some other alternatives for storm solution. You can handle that, Clint, correct?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll get something, Jay, and we'll keep you informed.
Yeah, he wrote a little over a month ago and was inquiring about that exact topic, so,
Perfect. We have concerns.
yeah, we'll talk to him.
All right, public comments. Any out there? See none. Jackie, you have anything? Victor?
I do.
I've got one. I got a text from a friend of mine.
You have a friend?
I do. A guy by the name of Bill Vallant, which, as my area, we knew as Butch Vallant. His dad was the custodian at Carr Lake School, is Bill Vallant. He lives in Belvedere, Illinois, and he enjoys watching our council meetings over the internet. So, just a little shout out to an old resident.
All right. Anything else? Jackie?
I forgot to mention this. There was, I just wondered why the June minutes were included from 2023 in the packet.
Because those are the corrections you wanted me to include at the workshop.
No, it was February of this year.
No, the
And
ones you
April.
gave me, I corrected the ones that you told me to fix.
Can I,
I don't have them with me right now, but I corrected the 2 copies that you gave me.
Pretty beneficial. They don't do good.
All right, the council took
well,
action and accepted.
I have my copy of April 23, and I will share it with you because that was not changed in 23.
Aaron, you got anything?
Good evening.
Jacob?
Thank you for coming.
Jason?
No, thanks.
Victor?
June 19th.
What do you got, Bill?
Sorry, you skipped over. Anyway, raise your hand if you're aware that 22's been off about a month.
Oh, you called me 15 times.
Excuse me. Raise your hand if you're aware, because I sent all 5 of you a text that 22 has been off for a month.
Yeah, it's been
I
off.
had my grandkids call a week ago, and I would like to know why Channel 22, the public access channel that I depend on, has not been on.
It's just comments. We'll look into it. Okay, anything else?
So I want an answer because, Ron, you handle the daily operations. I've reached out.
This is comments, not
I've
debate
reached
or
out to the
question and
right.
answers.
So it has not been on for a month. I'd like to have it on. And my other comment is, if we have moved to Windows 13, have we upgraded to 12 or 13? I mean, from 12 to 13. Anyway, that being said, the process is 3 minutes to upload the channel 22. There are 2 flash drives. One is a backup. So if the mayor would make the request for the clerk to please upload before we leave tonight, I can watch it tonight, and we won't have to go through this month after month, year after year. These are things that we expect. My mom, 50 years ago, asked Kibi to film. He did it for free. They made a motion to pay him $5, and I think it went to 10. Will you do that for me, Ron?
We'll
Will you
look into
direct
it.
will you direct the clerk to upload the 3-minute process so that we can watch it tonight when I get home?
You're not gonna
And
believe
I
me.
don't
I'll
have
look
to keep
into it,
calling
Bill.
and harassing, according to Victor, that I keep calling you, but nobody will do anything.
The council hasn't brought it to my attention. I don't have 22.
Council, you said you were going to take care of this, and none of you have talked to the mayor?
No, they have not.
Oh, that's why I voted for you.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
You missed the public comments.
You missed the comments, Tim. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't miss the comments. I just went over and asked, I didn't know what you guys were talking about when you said comments.
Tim, we called for public comments. You
You're
missed
not
the
gonna let
public
me
comment.
speak? I
No.
didn't miss a spot. I've
Victor,
been
did you
here
just
for-
make a motion to adjourn?
I did.
Can I talk to you, please, attorney, right now?
I'll talk to you right after the meeting.
Right here? While I'm up here talking? Thank you.
We're adjourned. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.